The PlayStation VR headset for PS4 is one of the most successful virtual reality devices made to date. It has an impressive and growing library of high-quality VR experiences, and its relatively low cost of entry has seen it become one of the most widely adopted VR headsets in the world. Considering the success Sony has found with PlayStation VR, it's no surprise that the company is looking to continue that success with a new PlayStation VR headset for PS5, and while the headset itself has yet to be revealed, Sony has pulled the curtain back on the new controllers. Instead of using the PlayStation Move motion controllers, like the original PlayStation VR, the next-gen VR for PS5 will feature brand new controllers. These orb-shaped controllers are more in line with things like Oculus Touch, and should provide for more immersive VR experiences than what is currently possible with PlayStation Move. They also have a number of unique features inspired by existing VR technology, as well as the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. As confirmed by Sony, each of the VR controllers has adaptive triggers and haptic feedback, which should both go a long way in increasing immersion as well. The controllers also have finger touch detection, so they can tell how the player's hands are positioned and can reflect those motions in-game. Controller tracking is now down through a tracking ring that's on the bottom of the controller instead of the PlayStation camera and bulbous lights on the PlayStation Move. As detailed on the PlayStation blog, finger touch detection allowing the device to detect your fingers without pressing in any areas where you would normally place your thumb, index or middle fingers. As such, this allows you to make more natural gestures with your hands in-game. Sony has detailed the exact layout that PlayStation VR fans can expect from the new controllers. The left VR controller has an analog stick, the triangle button, the square button, a grip button, a trigger button, and the create button. Meanwhile, the right VR controller has an analog stick, the X and circle buttons, a grip button, a trigger button, and the options button. Like with Oculus Touch controllers, players will mainly be using the grip button to grab objects in the VR space. Unfortunately, further details about what the next-gen PlayStation VR experience will look like have not been revealed. So fans don't know how much these fancy new controllers will cost, and they also don't know how much the PlayStation VR headset itself will set them back. Besides these new controller functionality details, all Sony has said about its next-gen VR headset is that it will not release in 2021. Considering this, PlayStation VR enthusiasts will likely have to wait until 2022 to get their hands on the new technology, but it seems likely that Sony will continue releasing new information on it throughout the year. Meanwhile, those that want to play VR games on their PlayStation 5 can still do so using the original PlayStation VR, but they will need to contact Sony for a free adapter first. For the adaptive triggers, each VR controller includes support for this feature, allowing for palpable tension when pressed, as you would find in the PS5 controller. For example, on the DualSense, when drawing a bow to fire an arrow, you will be able to feel the tension when you pull L2 or R2. This feature is further amplified for the PSVR2 controller. Haptic feedback is also included as mentioned, and is again a feature that you've become used to with the DualSense. When you're traversing through rocky desert or trading blows in melee combat, you'll feel the difference, magnifying the extraordinary visual and audio experience that's so central to VR. Sony's Senior Vice President of Platform Planning and Management, Hideaki Nishino, commented, "SIE's product, engineering, and design teams have collaborated to build our new VR controller from the ground up with a goal of making a huge leap from current-gen VR gaming. We're thrilled with the controller we developed, but what matters now is how game creators will take advantage of the features to design the next generation of VR experiences." Speaking on the PlayStation blog, Hideaki Nishino, Sony's Senior Vice President of Platforming Planning and Management, the orb design of the PSVR2 controller affords the user a high degree of freedom while holding it naturally without uneasiness. There's no constraints in regards to how you move your hands, and this gives developers the chance to create unique gameplay experiences. Elsewhere, Nishino-san also revealed that Sony has manufactured the new VR controller with great ergonomics in mind, meaning it is completely balanced and comfortable for each hand. The format holder also tested a variety of user hand sizes while designing the controller, resulting in an iconic design that will change how VR games are played. And also a new patent filed by Sony continues to indicate that the hardware developer is looking to expand further into the realm of VR, with some fans hoping to see new peripherals come to PS5. This comes alongside a number of new Sony patents ranging from controllers to VR headsets that all continue to point that there are plans for some type of update to the PlayStation add-on. The latest patent from Sony includes the type of language most players would expect from any kind of virtual reality device, including an ability to generate images and use cameras to read inputs. As is often the case with this type of official documentation, everything is very technical and somewhat vague as not to give away too many specifics to the public, though there is some interesting information hidden in there. One of the more notable inclusions is the way that the camera will be able to read physical gestures in order to relay information back to the device. This means that the player's motions, possibly not even limited to the use of a controller, can be read and turned directly into an action in-game. A similar patent identifying a banana as a PlayStation controller has had similar language and suggests that Sony may be looking into something in the same category as the Xbox Kinect. As for the specific gestures that this latest patent is looking at, it would appear that Sony is looking for how to best create a way to show emotions through emojis using the VR function. Some figures indicate that a player could possibly make physical gestures, either with their hands or what look like move controllers, in order to have their in-game character display an emoji corresponding with a given mood. One aspect of the anticipated PS5 VR that this does confirm is that this upcoming peripheral will be able to use a camera to follow more than a light source the way the current PSVR sensors do. In essence, the patent outline a processing plan that will track a user's eye movements in order to improve how graphics are rendered on a VR headset. A tracking system will monitor the movement of a person's eye, focusing on the velocity at which a user's change of fixation occurs when focused on a general area. Due to how the system will monitor the eye movements, it will be able to predict the next location the user will be looking and render that location quicker as a result. When it comes to virtual reality, the entire scene may not be rendered at the same level at all times. Especially for the more complex scenes, trying to render max resolution for the entire scene would consume too much power to stay stable. Certain areas are often rendered at a lower resolution until a player focuses on it, and if a player suddenly looks to a different area, it may take a few moments for it to render at the proper resolution. If Sony's patent works, it could provide a more smooth viewing experience with the VR headset. Sony seems happy with the reactions to PS5 VR so far, so fans should be able to look forward to numerous improvements like this. While many PlayStation players were disappointed when the PS5 launched without a new version of VR, it seems that Sony wants to take some more time developing VR that can truly feel next-gen. Between predicting eye movements and registering alternate controllers for PlayStation VR like bananas, it will be interesting to see what else is in store. Since PS5 VR is probably releasing next year, we could expect to hear more details later this year. And that's all for the video, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share the info. Subscribe if you are new and click the bell icon, and until then, from SMPV, it's goodbye.